Good morning. It's a heat advisory until Thursday here. It's pretty. It's pretty and it's pretty hot. All right, so this is August 24th. Narcotics Anonymous, just for today. It's called Seeking God's Will. We learn to be careful of praying for specific things. Basic text, page 46. In our active addiction, we usually did not pray for knowledge of God's will for us and the power to carry that out. On the contrary, most of our prayers were for God to get us out of the mess we'd made for ourselves. We expected miracles on demand. That kind of thinking and praying changes when we begin practicing the 11th step. The only way out of trouble we have made for ourselves is through surrender to a power greater than ourselves. In recovery, we learn acceptance. We seek knowledge in our prayers and meditation of how we are to greet the circumstances that come our way. We stop fighting, surrender our own ideas of how things should be, ask for knowledge, and listen to the answers. The answers usually won't come in a flash of white light accompanied by a drum roll. Usually, the answers will come merely with a quiet sense of assurance that our lives are on course, that a power greater than ourselves is guiding us on our paths. We have a choice. We can spend all our time fighting to make things come out our way, or we can surrender to God's will. Peace can be found in accepting the ebb and flow of life. Just for today, I will surrender my expectations, look to my higher power for guidance, and accept life. In recovery, we learn acceptance. And then that's like accepting where we are, accepting life on life's terms, accepting that today we do have the power not to use and not to go back to old behavior, not to destroy our lives one day at a time. And then we seek our knowledge in prayers and meditation of how we are to deal with life. Giving my higher power control of my life is a constant through the day action. It is an action. Giving is an action word, and I got to remember that. If I'm giving my higher power, my God, as it says in there, control of my life, then what I'm saying is, for one, I'm powerless over my addiction, that my life had become unmanageable. So that's admitting that I can't control everything and I don't have the answers, because all my answers led to using or led to making decisions like the other day's just for today, making decisions that will lead me back to the chaos, lead me back to my old behavior. And that piece you get, it talks about just knowing that I'm on the right path. That is a feeling thing. If I want to know if I'm on the right path or not, it's pretty easy to know. For one, start out, am I doing the right thing? Am I able to admit my part in stuff? Am I able to see myself as I truly am, as an addict? Can I do those things? And if it's yes, then I need to seek my higher power, give him my life, or it, my life, or whatever it is, which is my higher power. And then also, on top of that, just for today, I seek guidance from people who know more than I do. From my sponsor. I work my steps, and I ride in my steps, and I do the right thing. And I don't try to carry the weight of the world around on my shoulders, because that gets me high, that gets me back to using again, and that gets me back to my old behaviors. And I gotta be careful with that. For me, that's one of them. Trying to do too much and not having good boundaries. Trying to please everyone except for me. And just putting myself dead last as a way of victimization and feeling like I'm a martyr, instead of saying I'm important. My decisions in my life matter, and I gotta put myself first sometimes, without being selfish, like not like being like, oh, like I'm not sharing my toys, selfish. Just I gotta be selfish too, in a good way, which means I gotta put my recovery and me first. And a lot of things that I do, I gotta put my recovery above everything. And sometimes when I think I'm doing the right thing, and then I break a commitment that involves my recovery, then I'm not doing the right thing. It's I don't know if that's confusing to you guys, but what I have to do is God's will first, and put it in His hands, and put my recovery first, and then everything else, instead of putting things in front of recovery, even if I think that those things are very, very important. They're not as important as my recovery. And God's will is for me to put my recovery first. Alright. With that, I love you guys. Have a great day.